Welcome back to All the Crackers in the Box. I'm your friend Corey, and I'm here with my circular poncho, which, sadly, I've had to take it back because I cannot deal with the own demons in my own head, so to speak. So, that's on me, my own fault, my mistakes. I can't live with them, so I'm going to have to redo it. And that is all in my head, so I know, I've seen at least one comment saying they couldn't see it. But I can. And I'm obsessing over it, and I really, really don't want to, but I could not take it. And honestly, I sat on it for 3 or 4 days. And I kept trying to put it on. I put it on, and that's all I can see are those little tiny mistakes. And that will definitely prove to me that, you know what's going to happen? I'm never going to wear it. I'm never going to reach for it. This one, I don't see a single mistake. I don't see one set of the holes bigger than the rest. I don't see any mesh problem, and I reach for it. Reach for it constantly. Same with my my Halloween one, the slime green and purple. I don't see any mistakes in that one, and I reach for it constantly. So that to me is a big deal, and I really love this piece, and I want to be in love with it forever, so I need to fix this for my own brain. And that's just the way it is. So, more work for me. Yay! I'm super glad you're here today. Just readjusted you a little. I'm going to throw this giant ball. Okay, we're seeing the melon already. I did 3 rows of this yesterday. I did have to go back because I messed up on one spot where I only got half of the threads carried through. So that was a bit of an issue. So I can see my viewfinder here over here in this area. That's my bag of stuffing. On top is a banana box that I have flipped to the side, and I put my cross stitch stuff that I keep in my room. That's not all of it. That's the stuff I'm keeping near me, like my upcoming projects and some that I've started, just haven't gotten around to finishing, and things I'm thinking about doing. There's a couple things I'm thinking about doing. 2, 3, 4. So, I have not given up on cross stitch. Actually, I'm going to do some a little later. My hands need a little break, but I want to make something pretty. I have some punch needle, and I got halfway through one project from Michaels. It's a little tiny one. I think I'd like a bigger one, but that seems like a lot more stuff to get into. Because, I mean, I haven't even touched my diamond art in weeks. 2, 3, 4. I have been really busy doing everything else. 2, 3, 4. But I probably could. And I have a puzzle over here that really needs to be finished at some point. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a mystery puzzle that I started last year, and I worked on it a bit on this channel even. And I just haven't gotten around to finishing it. Because I didn't have the picture for quite a while. I've got a few puzzles in bags that I don't know what the pictures are. 3, 4. This one was a round one, and I did find it. It's a puzzle from 1982, and it's more of a Christmassy unicorn. It belonged to my aunt, and I can't remember if pieces are missing or not. So I got one of those roll-up puzzle holder thingies. Nice great big felt one, like huge. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it cost us like $7 on Temu or something like that. maybe a bit more. 2, 3, 4. And I absolutely love how it holds my puzzle in place. Because, you know, I am at that age where sometimes I just want to do a puzzle. I do. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have 2 kids that are kind of into puzzles. At some point, I have to go through my son and daughter's, all their Lego stuff. My son had quite a few Lego sets, and he had a friend over, and his friend destroyed them. And yes, they're Lego, and they're meant to be taken apart and put back together, but my son just could not fathom why his friend would do that. It was a big fight between them all the time because his friend would come over and demand to play with them, and my son would say no, he wants to keep the sets together because they were collector sets, and he saved up for at least half of them with his birthday money and stuff. And so it was kind of a problem between the two. So now I have these Lego sets and pieces of them floating all over the house. So I'm trying to put them back together because you can actually buy missing pieces off the Legos website. So I want to find all the pieces that might be missing, and then I want to make a list and we'll start ordering them. We'll put our sets back together and we'll put them in like the polyurethane cases so they don't get dusty and stuff like that, and you can still see them. You just wipe off the outside case. And I know that'll make him quite happy. He doesn't want to rebuild them though. He just wants them rebuilt. So I might do that on the channel here once in a while. Maybe pulling out Legos. I do like Legos, and it's not a big deal. But at least one of the sets was Joker Funhouse. And that one is really hard to find. It was one of the original ones, and Legos have definitely jumped up in price for these specialty ones. We have a Batcave, we have a Marvel's Avengers Cave, so to speak. I can't remember what it's called. It's like a tower or something it's called. It's not Stark Tower. We have Lego guys all over. We have some Hobbit ones. We have some Lord of the Ring ones. So it's worth putting them together. And that's not including the unopened box from Guardians of the Galaxy, which lives in my closet. I said I'm not opening another pack while all these other ones are destroyed and all over the house. So that is part of the motivator. We'll open the new pack once everything's put back together and all that kind of stuff. 1, 3, 4. And this is also part of my reclaiming our mental fitness. 2, 3. By having everything that means something to you be torn apart and all over the floor and all over the place around you, you're not going to feel mentally satisfied or all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why sometimes I do videos where I'm doing my yarn winding, because I have bags of yarn sitting beside me. I've got a couple totes still, and I'm trying to get that under control. Because I look at it all the time in my room, because this is my bedroom. 3, 4. But it is also my office, my playroom. 1, 2, 3, 4. My living room for the family is for the family. It is full of kids' toys. I don't keep any of my art supplies out there. My games aren't out there. Like, I'll watch TV out there, and all my accounts are on the TV. It's a smart TV. They're not very smart, but anyway, everything's run through my name. Meaning, like, the household viewing, like Disney Plus, Prime, are usually under my account, so then I keep track of who's using it, if it's being paid. I keep up on changing the passwords quite often, so when I change the passwords in here, I gotta change it for everyone else that's attached, which is the whole family. 1, 2, 3, 4. The kids with their YouTube Kids are under my account, and I can access everything they look at. 2, 3, 4. I can block whatever I want. And they tell me, especially the little one, things that freak her out. 3, 4. Actually, the middle one tells me about things that she finds inappropriate. She's like, I don't like this. This is making me uncomfortable. So if it makes them uncomfortable, I will block it, and sometimes I will report it if I think it's not kid-worthy. Because people do sneak things on there that is not kid-worthy for whatever reason, makes them happy, whatever. Lately, they've been on a kick of watching live hamsters go through little mazes and just chill out in their little cages. I'm not going to say no to that. My middle one loves nature documentaries, especially about her favorite animal, which is sharks. So we watch a lot of shark shows, which is the main reason why we have Disney. Because in Canada, it is attached to National Geographic, so we get some really cool documentaries. Of course, we love the Disney programming, and we get stars through it as well. And I'm finding that they're putting on a lot more adult anime and Korean dramas too, so that's pretty cool. One, 2, 3, 4. And we have Prime with Pluto TV, which is free. They have some funny channels. They have a channel of just Cheers. I'm in. I love Cheers. I used to watch Cheers when I was a little kid. Loved it. And some of the other main channels have freebies, like CTV, which is the Canadian TV. 3, 4. They have a free app, or even just the website. They just put on Moonlighting. Now I go there for like some of my Hallmark movies, like my murder ones, Aurora Teagarden and stuff. 2, 3, 4. Because I've read the books, I gotta watch the movies, right? It's just how it goes. So I'm over there and checking to see if there's anything new. 3, 4. Ended up watching all the Karate Kids. 2, 3, 4. And yeah, I saw that they have the original Moonlighting with Bruce Willis and Sybil Shepherd. That's again another one of my jams. I recently got a hold of a whole set of the A-Team, so that was cool. And then about 6 months ago, we had just finished rewatching Dukes of Hazzard. 2, 3, 4. So I see these things about people saying, oh, these kids these days will never know about this character or this character. And I'm like, well, you know what? If you're watching TV with your kids or showing them what you used to watch, yeah, they'll know these characters. It's up to them if they want to watch it again or not. But they will know of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kids these days will never know. Oh, goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, you could say that back in the day about, like, doo-wop and stuff. No one will know who the Four Tops are. Oh. Beg to differ. Okay? It's just a matter of what you share with your kid. You don't have to sit them in front of, like, YouTube all day or whatever. 3. Oops. Go backwards. I've been taking the time to sit down with my children and share 80s movies with them. We started with The Labyrinth. Then we watched The Last Unicorn. Fantastic movies. They loved both. But Labyrinth definitely was the winner. The 3-year-old is obsessed with it. She thinks it's the greatest movie ever. 3, 4. The kids get a kick out of telling their dad that he smells bad. 2, 3, 4. And that's just a rite of passage, right? Everyone has someone they have to say that to after seeing that movie. 2, 3, 4. And of course, Dance Magic Dance is one of the most popular songs in my house. 2, 3. And now my daughters know who David Bowie is. And the fact that David Bowie was such a phenomenal performer. So that just led to one to another to another. So just a whole bunch of stuff they got introduced to, and they're right into it. The last movie was Monster Squad. 2, 3, 4. I think my 7-year-old got the most out of it. My 18-year-old was super pumped we were watching it because he really likes that one. 2, 3. And I know this works because recently I went upstairs to talk to my son. He's sitting there on his computer listening to music. He had his headphones on. He didn't hear me calling him. So I went up there to see why he wasn't answering. I walk up behind him. He tried to hide it, but he was listening to Hall & Oates. Hall & Oates. He's 18. I mean, he's probably going to get mad at me for saying that, but there's nothing wrong with that. That's awesome because that is considered older classic music. It doesn't matter if it's pop or not, lightweight, contemporary, whatever you want to call it. It's still something that has history to it. It is still something that's fun to listen to and is actually really nice. I mean, he was just relaxing. It had him totally relaxed. And it wasn't angry. It wasn't evil. You know, some stuff is, and that's fine if you're in the mood for it. But I mean, he wasn't in the mood for it. He wanted something to relax to, and Hall & Oates was what he chose. And I'm like, that is my son. That is my son, because I listen to them quite a bit too when I have my relaxing music on after I've done cleaning. Sometimes it's what I clean too, but sometimes I don't. Sometimes I clean it to more of a dance vibe. Anyway, now that I've babbled on about music for a while, and I guess that's this video for today. Thanks for joining me here over at All the Crackers in the Box while I continue to redo, remake, and just basically enjoy my day. I'll see you again very soon. Bye.